So this is my non-spoiler review of the Michael movie. First off, Jaafar Jackson should be nominated during award season. Now we're a long way off, but his portrayal of Michael Joseph Jackson is pitch perfect. I can't imagine anybody else playing that role. It is, and the most important thing was the way that he spoke. There were times when I was watching that movie where I felt like I was watching a documentary, that I wasn't watching a biopic directed by Antoine Fuqua, who also did a fantastic job. I felt like I was watching a documentary about Michael Jackson. The way he moved, his mannerisms, his smile, like everything felt like it was Michael Jackson. And again, you could tell it was Jaafar, it wasn't really Michael, but I'm telling you, I was trying to think like when's the last time there was a portrayal where an actor got that deep into a character. I was thinking about Ray and Jamie Foxx, but I have to go back to recently, Austin Butler as Elvis. Like Austin Butler, I mean, he just basically became Elvis Presley over the 2 years that he made that film. And I think Jaafar Jackson was the same way. I'm not gonna make any I'm not gonna say any spoilers, but the scenes that scene that he did with what he did, I'm Bad. The way he was dancing and moving is almost like it's almost pitch perfect Michael Jackson, but just everything. And to be honest, when they went from Little Michael to jumped to 1978, he really looked like that Whiz era Michael Jackson. It's an amazing portrayal. Antoine Fuqua was fantastic as a director. The colors was great. The costumes was great. If I have any quibble, I wish that we spent a little bit longer with the Jackson 5, that Jackson 5 era, because that era is so rich with stories, especially the interactions between Berry Gordy and Michael, and the interactions between Joe Jackson and Barry. And I know the film was 4 hours long, so they cut it down to 2 hours and 22 minutes. And the fact that film was 2 hours and 22 minutes did not feel like it. That reminded me when I saw like Malcolm X back in the day, or Pulp Fiction, where these were like 3-hour films and it didn't feel like it. If you would have told me the Michael movie was 2 hours and 22 minutes, I wouldn't believe you. There was not a slow spot in that movie at all. But I do wish we had a little bit longer with the Jackson 5, that Jackson's era, in the Motown era, because that's rich with content. And I hope one day maybe there's a director's cut, because I think people would like to see a longer version of that. So shout out to Antoine Fuqua. Antoine Fuqua, the director of The Equalizer, the director of Training Day. He is an excellent director. And I remember when they casted Colman Domingo as Joe Jackson, I wasn't sure how that was going to go. Because I always like Colman as a actor. I just don't know. I just didn't, because Colman is a gay black male. And the thing about Joe Jackson was very heterosexual, and him and Katherine Jackson had like 10 kids because Marlon was a twin. And overall, I didn't get enough of the love between Joe and Katherine, which they had in real life, because Katherine stayed married to Joe until he died. But I do get the power hungry, trying to get his family out of Indiana, holding on too tight to Michael, knowing that everything would fall apart if he lost Michael. Colman Domingo was fantastic as Joe Jackson. I just wish I wish there was a little bit more charisma in Joe. We saw it in spots, because Joe was a very charismatic person. But I do think Colman Domingo will probably get nominated for an Oscar as well as Best Supporting, as he should. But still, Lawrence Hilton Jacobs from the Jackson's Family American Dream miniseries is still the king of the Joe Jacksons. Shout out to Lawrence Hilton Jacobs. But Colman Domingo did really, really well. Nia Long was fine as Katherine. Like Katherine Jackson's always been like a quiet figure, so she played her well. And the beautiful thing is like the interaction between Michael and his mom. There were quiet moments in the film, and nothing really spontaneous happened, but you could tell that he loved his mom. And I also like the fact that they showed Michael's love of old school cinema, like Gene Kelly, and talk about Fred Astaire. If there's anything I would tell to Gen Z, is that it's okay to look at the past. Just don't pay attention to the algorithm, what's being given to you in 2026. It's okay to look 20 years ago. I'm not even asking you to go back 40 years ago. I wish you guys would. But it's okay if you guys go back 20 years or 25 years and see what the talent was doing back then. Michael Jackson just didn't become Michael Jackson because he focused on James Brown. Michael Jackson was the way he was because he looked at James Brown, Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder, Fred Astaire. That's why he is who he is. They didn't dive too much into the Quincy Jones relationship with Michael Jackson. He was there. They didn't dive too much into it. I wish they kind of bounced into the Wiz, because when they first met, but The film was already 2 hours and 22 minutes. But overall, man, it's a fantastic film. And again, I laugh at the critics who tried to kill this film. They really tried to kill this film. They tried to say, oh, it's horrible, blah, blah, blah. Blah. And again, mostly all the critics was all white. I was like, conspiracy much? I said this in another video. It doesn't matter what you guys say or do. We always gonna love Michael Joseph Jackson. So try your best. And it's proven because the film made $217 million worldwide over the weekend. And I watched the Today Show, and during Carson Daly's pop start moment, he did not mention it at all. Shame on you. Shame! This movie was brilliant, and I can't say enough about it. So if you saw the Michael Jackson movie, tell me what you think. What did you think about Jaafar Jackson's portrayal of Michael Jackson? It's an amazing portrayal, man, because like I said, that thing was not a biopic. It was a documentary.